if you know how to catch a ball, then you're giving yourself and your team an advantage. So you've got to develop the skill. You've got to be able to do as an athlete things very consistently all the time, anytime kind of thing. So I'm going to show you what I did. Hey everyone, welcome to my house here in Toronto. I'm Coach Tony with a tennis ball. This is going to be boring, is that what you're saying? Really? Really? You don't think I have something to say and show you about catching? I've dealt with hundreds of boys who play sports, who would like to be an athlete, maybe call themselves an athlete and think they're really good. And I know they're trying hard, but it amazes me how many times I've seen, whether it's baseball or just throwing around at the local field with the other kids, football, or definitely in basketball where I coach this season, how many times boys struggle to catch a ball. And I'm talking about, everyone could catch a ball, I get it, but I'm talking about catching a ball like an athlete, which means catching it anytime, anyhow it's thrown to you, anywhere within the space. So in a game, I'm telling you, your teammate, they're not going to put it right on the money in the sweet spot, right in the chest where your hands are ready. They're not. It's going to be, they're going to mess it up. It's going to go, 10 feet over there, or it's going to require you to really fully stretch, or it's going to be down here. And even if it's at you, how many times I've seen boys just not be able to make that catch. And yeah, you could say, well, my teammate made a bad pass. But yeah, if you know how to catch a ball, then you're giving yourself and your team an advantage. So you've got to develop the skill, and it's so easy to do. You've got to be able to do as an athlete things very consistently all the time, anytime kind of thing, right? So I'm going to show you what I did, okay? By myself, some things I used to do with a ball. And if you're still like, this is too boring, like what kind of, I can catch, this is not for me, that's fine. So then how about you work with two? Oh, coach, seen that, done that. Oh, really? Okay. So should we bring out a third ball and see if you can manage all three at the same time? Oh, really? Still not really challenged enough? So why don't we go forward, because I just don't have any more pockets. I can't bring out any more. So we're going to work with 4 tennis balls and see how you do, right? Because this is maximum real concentration and focus required. You can handle all 4 tennis balls at the same time. Well, you can handle one with ease. That's why you always see these instructional things with 2 basketballs, right? It's just, if you can handle 2, then your focus and concentration levels are heightened to the point where 1 is going to be nothing. It really works out that way. But we'll start with 1, and then we'll go to 2, 3, and 4, and we'll see some of the things you can do. And it's going to take time. Don't get frustrated once you get to 3 and 4, but just keep at it and just keep working on it. Everything's repetition, and every day you should be able to work on these things if you want to be a good athlete. You've got to be able to catch a ball. I'm telling you, just do it, okay? And we're going to start right now. Okay, so let's start with 1 ball. And I know it's going to look silly, and you're going to be like, maybe even, coach, this is so stupid. Come on. 1 tennis ball, catching by yourself, but trust me, do this 100 times every day. You just lie down. I'm just going to toss this ball up straight. I'm going to catch it with 1 hand. Toss it straight, catch it with 1 hand. Toss it straight, catch it with 1 hand. Toss it straight, catch it with 1 hand. Release straight, follow through right where you want the ball to go. And the ball will go there, and it'll land right back to you, okay? You want to get comfy, support your neck. your head, I mean, and your neck. You just launch it. You do this 100 times without dropping it. Can you do it? Can you do this 100 times? Now, obviously, you're in your parents' house. Don't be banging the ceiling. So you got to control your throw so it does not hit the ceiling. You don't want to scuff up their your parents' walls or ceilings with the markings of the ball. So you want to control the toss that comes up to you. And just trust me, you do this 100 times every day. And you know what? Let's go the other hand. Oh, you don't throw with your left hand? Too bad. Learn to. Boom. Straight, back to you. Don't have to, oh, a little bit of an off toss. Still caught it because I'm reaching. See? Doesn't matter where the ball goes. I'm going to catch it. Soft toss. Don't want to hit the ceiling or anybody who might be around if you have brothers or sisters or even, who knows, dogs, cats these days. Everyone seems to have one. Or who knows, maybe they'll jump up and catch it for you. But you got to do it yourself. See? This is my left hand. I'm catching it no matter where it goes. Did it with my right, did it with my left. Done. So you do that 100 times every day. Starting point. Okay, now I'm going to move over to this wall and I'm going to change the type of ball. This is a material that will not make a mark on your parents' walls, okay? So it's soft, it's not hard at all, and it won't leave any mark. So we'll just soft toss it off the wall. Real basic, right? We'll do it. Again, do it 100 times. Toss it, catch it, toss it, catch it, toss it, catch it, okay? And if you want to go faster, right? Keep, as soon as you catch, let it go, okay? So you want to do that, and you also want to, now you want to switch hands, right? Okay, so you want to do this a bunch of times. Again, try to do it to 100, maybe 50-50. 50 right, 50 left, okay? Just to change it up, go behind your back, throw it behind your back, catch it, okay? So you work on your accuracy. So boom, catch, boom, catch, boom, catch, boom, catch. Behind the back, catch, behind the back, catch, behind the back, catch. Okay, I'm back in this spot where I started my intro, working with the yellow ball. It's soft, and if I miss, it'll land. It will be a softer landing for the floors. And it won't hurt if you try this, because you're going to throw it over your head softly and you're going to put your hands right behind your back and it's going to land right there. If you toss it right with the right touch, and if you just grab it with your two hands without looking. Why? What's the point of this? That's unrealistic. That will never happen in a game. I agree. But the point is, you want to challenge yourself. You're laughing that I was showing you one ball at the very beginning. Well, if you can catch without looking, then you should be able to catch when looking. Keep going. I had to even take a few steps back without looking. You get the idea, right? Soft. Use a soft type of ball. Use a soft one, because I don't want you to get hurt tossing it up and it hits your body, your head, your back, the floor. Use something really soft, okay? If you can catch it without looking, then come on, you got to be able to catch it with looking. This just trains you even more, all right? That way. Because now I'm looking at it, this is easy. Okay? Try that. Now we're going to really progress the catching skills and advance by using more than one tennis ball. right? So I got 2, and I'm just throwing it up with no real pattern, just in sort of a random way, constantly throwing the tennis balls in the air, having to manage both, right? And you're like, okay, not really that interesting, kind of boring. Well, then why don't we just use one hand to manage both tennis balls? Okay, so let's just throw these up in a continuous way and practice catching with one hand. 2 tennis balls in the air being thrown and only using one hand. So now we're going to switch hands. So if you did it with the right, now you do it with the left. 2 tennis balls in the air, one hand. Try it with the right hand and try managing with the left hand. All right, well, what comes after 2? 3. So if 2 is too easy, let's go to 3 tennis balls and really advance your catching skills by trying to manage catching 3. All right, this is just a toss, right? You catch them. No big deal, you say, so we go into the classic juggling act. Juggling really works on coordination and concentration. So that's a good way to practice your catching skills. Now I've grabbed 4. 4 comes after 3. So if 3 is too easy, well, why don't you work on 4? Here's just a pattern I'm doing. 2 tennis balls in my right hand, 2 in the left hand, and I toss 2 up at the same time, 1 from each hand, and then as they're coming down, I release the other 2. I do it 10 times, and it's a great exercise. Okay, now let's let one of the 4 balls bounce, and then I'll pick it up off the bounce. So I'll juggle 3, I'll let the 4th one bounce, and I'll pick it up. And I'll just keep repeating the pattern. Let's see how that works out. Now, if you're lucky enough to have someone in the house that you can play catch with, then you should do that and take advantage. You can do other drills like what I'm showing here. When Antonio was, I think, 9 years old, we just have each a ball and we just toss it to each other as quickly as we can without stopping. Here, I'm just tossing the ball away from him, so he has to catch it on the run. And there's a little bit of a dive or full stretch, if you will, but always making sure there's a soft landing. So that's why we're using the sofa as the target for me when I'm throwing, and he just goes and gets it. Everything's repetition, and every day you should be able to work on these things if you want to be a good athlete. You've got to be able to catch a ball. I'm telling you, just do it.